Welcome back to the program. This is the campaign edition of Choice 2017. We have several developing stories here for you. We do expect the Inspector General of Police, Joseph Boynet, to any moment from now address the media. We expect he's going to talk about that mysterious siege at the Deputy President's home in Uasin Gishu. And also, we're getting reports from the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission of a missing staff. We're told he is a manager, an ICT. He's one of the ICT managers. So we're going to make sure that we follow all these stories keenly for you. Remember, both NASA and Jubilee are currently holding their rallies. One rally is happening in Tala. The president has already landed there. And NASA presidential candidate Raila Odinga is expected in Nakuru any moment from now. Awidi, a lot is happening with just 8 days to the elections. Mm-hmm. Is this something that we should have expected, or?
I think where we are heading, I'm beginning to see that one of the parties could have been aware these things were going to happen. Mm-hmm. Jubilee has been campaigning and fighting that NASA wants the elections postponed, elections must go on. Mm-hmm. Yet when you look at the whole scenario, you find if the elections were to be postponed, the beneficiary is actually Jubilee and not NASA, because Jubilee is in government. They are continuing with ruling Kenya as usual. Mm-hmm. But they are the ones making noise about elections to be postponed. Now, when you look at all these scenarios of multiple things, accidents and everything happening towards the election day, mm-hmm. and they are happening in arms of government, and this, I think I need to take this opportunity, even before I go very on, to respond to something I really needed to respond to about the army having bought some equipment.
You've returned us back to the initial debate.
The army going to be just brought in to help the police. It is the police who can buy equipment for this riot. Mm-hmm. The army can only bring the personnel to help them, mm-hmm. of course, with the equipment that they have naturally. But doing procurement mm-hmm. for a job which is not theirs, that is curious. Mm-hmm. So these many curious things. Mara, the DP's home is attacked. Now I'm seeing IABC is announcing that they have lost somebody who was last seen on Friday. Mm-hmm. I think as an employer of this person, it is too early for them to be the ones announcing. Maybe the family could have started worrying mm-hmm. and announcing. But for IABC, 24 hours later, is the one announcing that one of their staff is lost. Mm-hmm. Probably they are not telling us the full details mm-hmm. about who is lost, how is lost. I should have known the details. I should have given you the clear picture of what I think about this.
Bichachi, once again, we are speculating.
You see, this is the problem. And one of the things when I come up to this show and any other show that I do, I try to be the voice of balanced reason. And the reason for that is this, mm-hmm. that when you begin to draw conclusions, you can draw any conclusion you want based on whichever side you like or despise. Mm-hmm. So I think even the IABC in their statement mm-hmm. has helped Kenyans by hiding the name of that guy. Because if that name they gave the second name, we would have had all manner of judgments. So can we please calm down? You know, I myself was one day on my way home, yes. and I went into a place where I think someone sprayed some powder on me, and I showed up a whole 6 hours later, not knowing who I was. You understand? So let's not draw conclusions too quickly. You understand? Mm-hmm. Let's wait for facts. Mm-hmm. Let's make conclusions as reasoned human beings. Because mm-hmm. when we begin to investigate, you know, if the name came out as Kamau, then we would say, oh, he was working for Jubilee, then he was taken. If it comes out and it's Owino, then we say he was working for NASA. Let's calm down. Let's find out what has happened, and let's not jump the gun. Because when you jump the gun, you put the nation at attention at a time when you don't need to put the nation at attention. That's my only brief to my nation.
Especially now that we're heading to the elections.
Yusuf, you know what happens? Mm-hmm. Human beings are judged by their character. Mm-hmm. Character is informed not by what you do, but what you always do. We have been made to be suspicious because of the way things have been running. You tell them, we need this to be done this way, they refuse. Even when they have nothing to lose in the whole thing. So these suspicions we have every time we see something has been brought about by IABC itself, which even agrees with me that IABC has never been giving us the information that we always need to know. If they were doing that, and if we request something that costs them nothing to give, and they give, the suspicion would go. But sometimes when they refuse to let us know what we need to know, and even when it costs them nothing, they still insist we can't know that. They still insist they can't change their decision. Then we become suspicious.
What Mark is trying to say is that we do speculate everything. You know,
Yes.
if it has to do with the IABC, if it has to do with the deputy presidents, I don't know.
Because there's no information, we have been left to speculate.
But you see, here's the thing. Here's the thing. As a matter of natural course of things,
Yes.
what you will find, like for example, Westgate, when you are given conflicting reports, over time as the siege continued, we found out more and more facts, and we are able to look back intelligibly and make intelligible conclusions. And that's where we need to come to. Let's not be too quick to react. And yes, I agree. Yes. The IABC is very pathetic as far as giving information is concerned. They're improving, but I think they need to do a lot more. But that being said, for example, the disappearance of this guy, yes, in previous times, we know that politics has had where certain people disappear. In fact, I think last time Oswago was also claimed to have disappeared for a number of days. Let's not go there yet. Let the day unfold. Let's find out, and then let's make a conclusion. Because what's happening is we are heightening the tensions in the country, and the country is not about NASA and Jubilee. It's one Kenya. And that's what we need to keep remembering. We still need to remain as one.
So,
Awidi, do you need to react to that before we cross over to Tala?
Let's see. If I were to be asked, Awidi, why are you suspicious of IABC? First, IABC sends a whole commissioner to tell the whole country that the reason why they are not publishing the voters' register is because they want to keep private the identities of these people, their privacy. Then the next day, this very IABC in the mass media prints names of those who have been nominated by political parties with their ID numbers. Did the rules change overnight? So when they give such conflicting information like this, it's what makes us suspicious that they have something to hide.
I think you've delivered your point, and I think so many people will think this might be a genuine concern because people do disappear in this country almost on a daily basis. And this, it only happened in IABC at this moment in time where we are heading to the general election. Let's now go straight to Tala, where President Uhuru Kenyatta is currently addressing his supporters there. Let's listen into what he has to say.